the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another team from the Big 12 in an intra-conference matchup, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Will kick it away to start us off. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. It's Mayava. Makes the grab. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, Palmer, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
This is the matchup everyone was excited to see in this football game, and it doesn't take long to get to it. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best corners in the game, one-on-one, quarterback taking a shot, and early on, it's the corner who wins, knocking it away for the incompletion. That won't be the last time these two guys go toe-to-toe, but this is where your eyes need to be all game long.
Crowd bringing the energy and noise early. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Quickly to the tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart, and he's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder.
He wants to take the top off. Makes the grab. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down to the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Turning to the running game here on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Longhorns!
If the offense continues to put drives like that together, this defense is in trouble. How about the balance, the ability to throw the football, run the football, keep the defense guessing, and then when it gets closer to the end zone, the physicality to punch it in. Great start for this offense.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down, forcing the incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. Oh, there might have been trouble if they hadn't knocked him down so quick now.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
The Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw for it. Here's a heat. Makes the catch. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Complete to the left. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion for best in the country. This guy, I think, can be that.
Going up top again. Got his man on the right. Turning it on. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Quickly complete. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down and nothing doing there. And the Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Oh, big fella almost had a pick right there. Instead, it falls incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very active. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To throw, it's Manning. Caught near the sticks, it's Gibson. The Longhorns get enough for the first down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again.
When this offense wants to, boy, they can go fast. After the completion and first down, right back to the line of scrimmage for more tempo.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That pass is incomplete, but this has been a period in which the offenses have shined. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. And the Longhorns will send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Oh, that's one that can mess with your confidence. That is horrible. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. So you get stuffed on first down. You had an idea of what you wanted to do on second, but I'm guessing it's back to the drawing board now.
Yeah, you got to figure out who you are and what you are. What's your next best play? Or what is the defense going to do? If they've been aggressive, okay, well, if they've been aggressive, I'm going to throw that deep ball. If they've been...
Breaks into the open. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these. A big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heismans.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. The give. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Last 2 runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
4th down and 10 and barely a thought of kicking it. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. A really good return after the interception puts them in business at the 29.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Trying to start the drive with a pass. Oh, they're after him. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Guys, when you really take a look at Texas, I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Miami was able to finish off a close one in South Florida today. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. One team will rise in the ACC standings while the other is going to sink like a stone. The harsh reality of college football when conference foes face off, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Pulls it in to the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Fires to the right. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
This is a great play by the defensive back, and I think one of the hardest things to do as a DB is you're covering a receiver deep down the field, your back's to the play, and you've got to turn your shoulder, locate the football, and then swat it away. That DB did an outstanding job in coverage.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the 2nd half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Jordan. Oh, and after the big gain, the loose. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
But one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
The Trojans come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback may change this route. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Using his legs, it's Jordan. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. Fires to the tight end. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking downfield on first down. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. Setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Finds the tight end. Good, solid tackle. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for a 2-minute timeout.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Longhorns need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Little touch pass to the receiver. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
To the air, it's Manning. Grabbed in the middle, it's Gibson. There he goes. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss.
Wide open on the right. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll start this drive with a pass. He's got an open man. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Got it in the middle. It's Anthony. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. To the air, it's Mayava. He's got him. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He wants to change this route. Wants to go up top on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Under fire. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play on it.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. It's complete. He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Trojans will snap it on first and 10. To the air on first down. Unleashes one deep. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Back to pass. It's Manning. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's second and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. They boot it away on fourth down. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll run it from the gun. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Trojans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Fires to the big fella. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next one.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down. And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front, too, right? Good communication. Everybody knew where they had to go, hat on a hat, work the double teams, and get some push.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Gonna take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. Fresno State is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big fat no. They're trailing by 21 to Colorado State. Any change of momentum, any notable highlights from Mountain West country, we'll let you know, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Caught in the backfield, it's Jordan. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
So now it's 2nd and long. Here's the handoff. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pitting their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. defense has it again, and here comes the offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here comes the heat. That's caught. It's Gibson. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They'll give it to the back. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. The Longhorns want to crank the tempo. Looking for space. It's Gibson. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief that they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
And they split the uprights on the extra point. They're up 35-14. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
36, set to kick this one away.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Under fire. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Here's the pressure. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Touchdown, Texas! The defense putting points on the board.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
14.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off play action on first down. Looking to buy time. Pulls it in down the middle. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Trojans. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And a really nice job by the quarterback. He drops back. He knows where he's going with the football. You can tell. He sees this guy coming from left to right, running that post down the middle of the field, throws it. Perfect timing to his receiver. He catches the football, takes it into the end zone.
And he puts through the extra point. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Time to take a shot. Catch inside And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll leave it with him. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Might as well stick with it. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it then.
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again.
21.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. The sure hands, it's Anthony. Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble. And with that one, he's now over 3 bills for the game.
And there's 2 reasons why, Reese. He's made good decisions, and he's been accurate throwing the football all game long.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Jordan. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
Coming up, 4th down.
Has to get there to move the sticks. The Trojans are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's Mayava. He fires one deep down the right side. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one.
USC 21.
They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete. The long pass on fourth down is to no avail.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Longhorns! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called, guys, offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Might be changing the route. Back to pass. It's Mayava. That's caught. It's Jordan. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time, made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him, made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the tight end. On target over the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
He's got the tight end. Turning it on. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The Trojans are in the hurry-up. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Trojans have it in scoring position on 1st and goal.
691, Gators sports.
He might want another play.
Easy.
Wants to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown, USC. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that Pac-12 matchup that just went final moments ago. NC State was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Wolfpack performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Fun one in the Pac-12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for pole position.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Now the pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
And you kind of thought in that situation QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He stopped immediately.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense.
Breaks into the open. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
And the Longhorns are on the move. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting it to the ground.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give on the inside. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They were ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
They'll run it on first and goal. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Back's going for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Fires toward the target. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Looking downfield on first down. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
No harder position to play in a ball game than the offensive line. You know, tonight in this game, you're down by a lot. You know you have to pass the football. Man, it's a tough job to protect up front, and they definitely struggled on that play.
Got his man downfield. Oh, he found a space on the right. He goes out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, but it might be too little too late. And, Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love the aggressive nature. Keep taking shots. Keep trying to claw your way back into this one.
Quarterback making checks. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. He caught it! And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous party gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Here's the give off the left side. They drag him down behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that hasn't happened very often. He has had a tremendous night.
Man, that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
The defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game.